We're the Choose, 50 plus countries in, and every trip reminds us just how much there's still to see. This time we're exploring Luxor, known as the world's greatest open-air museum. From ancient temples and royal tombs in the Valley of the Kings, to early morning on hot air balloons overlooking the Nile, this city is magic. We're staying at the Hilton Luxor Resort, right on the Nile River, eating some of the best food we found in Egypt, sailing on a Felucca during sunset, and we'll even share a surprise run-in that we didn't see coming. And as always, we'll show you what everything costs so you can plan your own trip here too. Let's go. What's up, explorers? Welcome back to our channel. We're the Choose here from Choose to Explore, where we teach you guys how to see the world
and save $1.
So we made it here from Cairo. We took a 10-hour bus and we're in none other than beautiful Luxor, Egypt. Now that bus ride was cool, comfortable, a lot cheaper than flying or taking the train because it was only about $6 or $7 per person.
It was very comfortable. We made a couple of stops and it was not bad at all. Overnight, slept pretty well.
So now we're here in Luxor and let's explore.
So from the bus stop, we actually took a cab to our hotel, which is Hilton Resort and Spa, and it was only about 150 Egyptian pounds to get there.
The reason why we decided to stay at the Hilton Luxor Resort and Spa is the amazing value that your Hilton points go here. For only 30,000 points a night, for 2 nights that we decided to stay here, or 60,000 points, we're able to stay at this beautiful waterfront hotel right here on the Nile River. It has a swimming pool, it has 3 restaurants, it has amazing views, and look at our view right here, right outside to the Nile River.
And we actually have a full video on that experience linked in the description below or in the top right corner.
But our time is not just in the hotel. We have to get out and we have to explore Luxor. So let's go. And the first stop of the day here in Luxor is Luxor Temple, and this was about like a 5-10 minute drive right from our hotel, and it's beautiful. It only cost about 500 Egyptian pounds per person, but here's another pro tip: bring your student ID because you get it half price if you're a student or you still happen to have your ID. So we made it here, and one thing I will say about Luxor versus Cairo is this temperature feels great. It is hot here. Liv does not have chills right now. So
I'm thriving.
So we'll enjoy this. This is what I think about when I think about Egypt weather. Alright,
so as soon as you walk through, you see these really massive, huge columns. It's incredible to think that anyone could build this. It's so impressive to see, so massive.
I mean, as soon as you walk up, the first thing that I saw was the huge obelisk that's right up front. So it's amazing. They also have these like statues of the pharaohs. There's a bunch of them laid out, and they're so massive. It's so intricate. It's covered with all these different hieroglyphics. I could only imagine what these look like thousands of years ago, and unfortunately all the labor that it cost them in order to make these, but stunning. Oh my gosh, Luxor Temple.
So we kept walking through Luxor Temple and we made it to the back, which is actually the sanctuary area. It's more of an enclosed space, and it was really cool because you can actually still see some of the colors on the walls.
It's super bright, vibrant colors, and this is thousands of years ago. It actually dates back to some times when they have some depictions of Alexander the Great in some of these hieroglyphics, but it's covered from head to toe in hieroglyphics, so bright and vibrant. And whatever they use to paint these walls, I need in my house, because I just painted these this year and it's already peeling. Now here, thousands of years later, I need that paint in my house.
So when you first walk through Luxor Temple, you actually land right here at Ramses Court, which is a huge open space.
From here, you then walk down to these amazing columns. They're like 150, 200 feet tall, and they're covered in hieroglyphics. They're so amazing. I could only imagine what they looked like before all the tomb raiders and people that destroyed this looked like, but it is so amazing and grand. So now we're leaving Luxor Temple and we're heading to the next destination in Luxor called Karnak Temple. And Karnak Temple and Luxor Temple are actually connected by a row called the Avenue of the Sphinxes. And it's exactly what it sounds like. What does it, Liv?
An avenue of sphinxes, thousands of sphinxes.
Yes, this avenue is actually over 2,700 meters. So it's going to be a long walk. Thankfully, the sun is kind of behind the shadows, so it won't be too hot, but let's enjoy these. Could you imagine? They first started excavating this in 1949, and found a couple of Sphinxes, but I bet they had no idea that they have over 1,000 Sphinxes here. But let's go and let's enjoy this walk. So Liv and I are walking down the Avenue of the Sphinx, and it's kind of crazy, mind-blowing how the universe works, and I don't even know how to really explain this. So basically, I was in Luxor 7 years ago in 2018, and I was here with two French-Canadian people who I literally just met at a hostel. I was backpacking around the time solo without Liv, and there was two guys, Mohammed and Ahmed, who I met here, who showed me around. We rode the horse. We had an amazing experience. I went to Mohammed's house. They fed us. They took us on this amazing tour. And Liv and I are literally walking here, and I ran into them. Like, out of all the people in the world, I ran into them while walking the Avenue of the Sphinx. So maybe we gotta link up with them. I don't know, but this is crazy. I'm mind blown right now.
One thing we really recommend before coming to Egypt, figure out your accommodations early. Once you land, it can be a little overwhelming. We've been using a site called Plannin that's made trip planning much easier, especially for finding the best places to stay. It's completely free to use, and the listings are based on real traveler recommendations, not just generic reviews. You can even find exclusive deals, sometimes up to 40% off, that you won't see on the usual booking platforms. You'll find everything from hidden gems to trusted hotels in cities like Luxor and beyond. If you want to check it out, scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description to sign up for a free account. We think it's one of the best tools to help you save money and avoid stress when planning your stay. Big thanks to Plannin for supporting this video and helping more travelers book smarter.
So we've been walking maybe about 10-15 minutes, and it seems like we're at the halfway point. There's a gate that stops you from going any further, and you have to stop and buy tickets. So once again, it's 600 Egyptian pounds per person for adult fare, but if you have a student ID, it is 300, half the price. So now let's continue going. All right, so from the Avenue to the Sphinx, we walked down, and finally we made it here at Karnak Temple. And as soon as you walk in, it has a grand entrance that you can walk in and see, and it's beautiful. The sunlight right now during this sunset hour is amazing. It's about 4:30. Actually, it closes at 5:30, so be sure that you get here before 4:30, otherwise they will not let you in. All right, so we're here in Karnak Temple, and they opened up the Temple of Oput for us, and this is amazing. It's so many different colors. They're explaining to us the different shower areas, the areas with the lotus, and it's so vibrant and beautiful here. You see the mothers with the babies. So much beauty here, right, my love?
Really cool.
Karnak Temple is so big and it's so massive, especially compared to Luxor. Like, we walked out just now and we couldn't imagine how big and grand this place really is. But one thing that I would say is there's a lot of locals here, and a lot of locals and workers here, maybe they don't work here, but they'll open up different gates and vaults to try to show you something new. It's beautiful, but just be ready to have little small tips for them.
Yes, because they'll tell you a lot about the different hieroglyphs, and they'll also take pictures for you too.
Yeah, I'd recommend like 50 Egyptian pounds, 100 Egyptian pounds, just to give them as little gifts or thank you if you want to see the different areas. And this is my second time here, and I'm still amazed. These columns here are so thick and tall. It's so amazing just to see them, and the bright colors and everything.
It's really, really fascinating to see all the different hieroglyphs. I really wonder what they're saying. So some of them have a lot of different colors, and they represent the different ceremonies that they did here.
Another thing that is amazing here is all the different forms of rocks and columns and granite. It's amazing because a lot of these things aren't even found in these regions. So I was listening to the other guides, and one way to see the world and save a dollar is don't pay for a guide, just walk right behind a tour group and make sure that they speak English so you can learn. And a lot of these rocks and boulders and things were from way areas, about miles and miles away. But how they got here, who knows? If you know, let us know in the comments below.
Alright, so now we're leaving Karnak Temple, and it has been an incredible time here. We spent about 45 minutes, but honestly, you could stay way longer and just get lost wandering throughout.
Honestly, if we had an Egyptologist that was going with us, we probably would have spent years here because of all the different hieroglyphics, and we want to know all the stories that are happening through here, but it's so beautiful. One thing that I did notice as well is that it absolutely is wheelchair accessible in a lot of different regions. There's different ramps areas. We saw people on wheelchairs that were getting around, so it is definitely an accessible area. So we just got back to the hotel, and it's perfect timing because between the hours of 5 and 6, there's a happy hour where it's buy one get one free drinks, but they are all alcoholic drinks, and that is a margarita, Sakara, mojitos, and another drink, but red wine also. But unfortunately, I don't drink, so we'll just stay here and watch the sunset. Good morning, good morning. Another beautiful day here in Luxor. So we got up early to have breakfast at the beautiful Luxor Resort and Spa. But last night we actually ate at the Olives restaurant, which is downstairs. It was amazing. We actually got a bunch of different things, and I loved how affordable it was. It was around $30 total for the two of us. They've got a drink. We shared the asparagus risotto with the mushrooms, and I got the sea bass, and it was so good.
Yes, I actually tried the koshery, which is a vegetarian option and a local dish, and it was so good. Really good to try. It had noodles, different lentils, chickpeas. It was very flavorful and a really great red sauce with it.
It's actually the national dish of Egypt, so if you're here, you gotta try it. Alright, so we just left the hotel. We got picked up by our amazing driver, Ahmed, and today we'll be exploring different regions. First one being the Valley of the Kings. So to get there from our Hilton hotel, we had to actually go on a new bridge that wasn't here 7 years ago when I was here, and it's a new, nice paved road, and you got to cross the Nile River, and it was beautiful. So we're here in the Valley of the Kings. Let's go and let's explore it, because we are the kings and the queens as well. Alright, so we made it here at the Valley of the Kings. It was 700 Egyptian pounds per person for an adult, but if you have a student ID, you could get it for half the price, which is 350. Also, there's like a little tuk-tuk, a little thing that you can take. It's 20 Egyptian pounds per person to get here, and I would recommend it because it's like 50 cents and it's a long walk if you don't want to walk.
Yeah, so definitely you can pay. You have to pay with cash for the tuk-tuk or the tram, whatever it is called, and you have to pay with card for the regular entrance ticket.
Yes, so in the Valley of the Kings there's a lot of different tombs, but included with your ticket is access to 3 different tombs, and then there are also additional paid ones. So come with us and let's explore some of these tombs. We'll tell you which ones we picked and what we think about them. Alright, so we made it here at our first tomb, which is Ramses IV or KV2, and it was literally right there at the entrance, and this is beautiful. It's so bright, so many colors. This is the most colors we've seen in that tomb. All the hieroglyphics, and it's a pretty big tomb. There's lots of people here as well. In the center they actually have the tomb. I don't know if we can see what's inside of it, but I could imagine that this is exactly where the pharaoh was buried. One thing that is different now than when I came 7 years ago is that you can actually record. Like I remember last time it had a fee for like $200 US to take a camera and record any video and take pictures. So that's good that I can actually show you guys the experience this time. Alright, so the next one that we stop and see is the tomb of King Tut. Now this one is significant because almost everybody knows King Tut, but I remember 7 years ago I went to this one and I paid extra for it and I was not impressed at all. At that time I couldn't really record video of it, but the reason why King Tut's tomb actually is significant is because it's one of the first only intact mummies in all of the Valley of Kings that's found. But a lot of the artifacts and even his body are not even here anymore, so you're paying to see the tomb of King Tut and he's not even in there. So
yeah, it's actually in different museums across Egypt. I think the Egyptian museum is where you can find it.
So we're gonna move to the next one.
All Alright, so it's pretty hot out here in the Valley of the Kings. There's really no shade, so maybe come with like a sun hat or something, but also if you're thirsty, need to hydrate, there's also a little shop here to get beverages or different snacks, and there's also restrooms. So next up, we're here at the Ramses 5 and 6 tomb, and it's actually an additional fee for this one, but I would say it's definitely worth it.
It's definitely worth it because you have to pay an extra ticket, so a lot of people don't pay it, and it's only like $4 US. You get it basically all to yourself, and it's beautiful. The colors of this are amazing. The hieroglyphics you can see so vividly, but the real reason why people come here is to see the sarcophagus, Ramses 5 and Ramses 6. Actually, you know, the tomb raisers and the colonizers in Britain, they ended up taking the original sarcophagus, so it's just a replica of it. But if you hear this, London, give the people back the artifacts.
Alright, so now we made it inside of KV-14, which is the tombs of 2 different pharaohs, I believe. We'll have the names on the screen.
So this one is cool because it is huge. This is the biggest tomb that we've been in so far, and it makes sense that it's for 2 different people because of the size. This one is actually unfinished, and you could tell by some of the limestone carvings it's not all the way complete, and some of the colors are not all the way done. But we actually had a local here that showed us around and told us a lot about the hieroglyphics, because the whole time we're just looking and we're blown away by the hieroglyphics, but we don't actually know what they mean. So he let us know. Also, the thing that's really cool about this one is that it also has a sarcophagus, and inside you could see where the mummy was, and then when it looks to the sky, you can also see the painting of the sky. Now, this one I definitely recommend. It's closer towards the end, so there's a lot less people in this one still, but still amazing. One thing that still blows my mind is this sarcophagus is actually made out of granite. And I was like, there's no granite in this region, but he actually told me that this is brought all the way from Aswan, which is a 3-hour drive. So 4,000 years ago, they didn't even have a car. So how the heck did they get the granite up from Aswan up here to Luxor to bury them? Who knows? And the last one that we decided to choose is KV-15, and this is Seti II. This one is smaller, but this one is still beautiful. Here's a pro tip for you guys. The ones all the way in the beginning, there were a lot of people, but we went all the way at the end to 14 and 15, and we're literally the only people in here. That's why I'm able to talk like this. Look, right behind me, you see the sarcophagus. And this one is beautiful, all the intricate details. But what it really makes me think about is how are they able to use all of these designs and carve all these hieroglyphics? They didn't really have light outside of fire. So how are they able to see the details, see the colors, and see everything so magnificent, but beautiful here, guys? So here in Egypt, one thing that I will say about the sellers and the locals in the market is they are persistent. I found the motto for Egypt. Here he goes. That's right. Never give up, because they will never give up. They will keep following you until they make you buy something, but we still love it here. And now we're at our next spot, which is Hatshepsut Temple, and this one is beautiful. You can see it from a while back, and it's built right into the limestone alabaster, and it's amazing. I was here 7 years ago, and it actually looks like better than it did 7 years ago. They must have did some more renovations to it. In order to enter was 440 Egyptian pounds per person, or half that price if you have your student ID.
Also, they do have the electric trams that you can take to walk to get up there for about 20 Egyptian pounds per person. But you know, it's not that far of a walk. We're just gonna walk. So Hatshepsut was the most successful female pharaoh in ancient Egypt, and we're here at her temple.
So this place is beautiful, and it was designed to really show and honor her reign and what she was able to do in ancient Egypt, and also to memorialize her. Unfortunately, she had a lot of haters, and after she died, the pharaoh who succeeded her destroyed all of her statues so that her memory would not live on. But a lot of this has been renovated. Even though it's not in the original condition, you can see what Hatshepsut's tomb actually look like. It also honors the other god, especially Amun, and the other deities that she would like to live on within the afterlife. Alright, so after Hatshepsut, we drove down a little bit and we are at the archaeological sites of the West Bank of the Nile River. And over here, there are actually 16 different tombs and temples that you can visit, but we're just going to number one, which is the Medinet Habu. So let's get in the car and let's head there now. Alright, so we're here at the Temple of Habu, and this one is beautiful, massive, and what I'll say underrated, because I didn't see a lot of people talking about this one, but this one might be one of our favorites because it's so low-key and there's not that many people.
Really? It's because of all the impressive details. These figures are huge, they're massive. I have no idea how they could be created. They're so large. They must have had really advanced technology that just happened to get destroyed, because I don't think we can make anything like this.
Maybe Egyptians were giants and they were just easily able to just make these things, but it's so much detail, it's so intricate, so many different colors, and it's mind-blowing just to see it.
For sure, because the pictures, they go all the way up so many stories high, and they're even on the ceiling. It's so incredible.
Honestly, this pylon that we're looking at is incredible, and it's so detailed. You can see that it's about a specific war that happened, because you see them holding the different heads. It looks like they're decapitating people. They have different swords and knives, and
It's rough out here.
yeah, Egyptians were very cruel people.
Seems to be.
Alright, so we made it here at Colossi of Memnon, and they call them Colossi of Memnon because these are colossal. They are so massive, and these are the last of the remaining memorial that was built for King Amenhotep III, and it really is just beautiful, and I could only imagine what it actually looked like.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. It's really close to all the other things here in the West Bank, and it's free to enter. And what's really crazy is that this was actually carved out of one single slab of stone, and it weighs over 1,000 tons. How did they do this?
No idea. Maybe I'm starting to think it could be aliens. Maybe it could be.
I don't know. What do you think in the comments? Let me know, please.
Just had an amazing meal here at Al-Sahaby. It has amazing rooftop vibes, but it's all the way on the top floor. It was so many steps. Liv is still feeling it, but it has traditional Egyptian food with a lot of options, and it's affordable prices. So I ended up getting the chicken skewers, and it came out on a flaming grill. It still was flaming, and it was good because I could cook the rest of my food there as well. Liv ended up getting the hummus, the falafel, as well as the moussaka, which is like eggplant with some cheese. It was really good, right?
Yes, it was very delicious. Very, very good food. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, also for drinks, we got the fruit cocktails, really good flavors, and I also got some tea, so I loved it there.
Nice one.
Sorry, I'm not interested, my brother.
Where are you going now?
Alright, so next up, my man Ahmed really hooked us up, and we're about to go on the Felucca. Here's a pro tip about Egypt. Everything is up for negotiation, so be sure to negotiate prices whenever you guys are here. But it's perfect because we're going to go about an hour and a half cruising on the Felucca on the Nile River. You ready, my queen?
Yes.
So this is such an amazing experience. We're here cruising on the Nile. This is just a bucket list experience right here on the traditional Egyptian Felucca. Just now that the sun has set, the call to worship has just been played. We're here during Ramadan, so everybody's out now, everybody's eating, everybody's having a good time, and we're lively on the boat. Just an amazing experience in the motherland here. So I'm gonna tell you how crazy this world is. So I was in Egypt about 7 years ago, and these were my guys right here, Muhammad and Ali right here behind me. Out here with my boys Ahmed, Muhammad, riding through Luxor.
And how about this?
And it's crazy, yesterday we were walking on the Avenue of the Sphinx, and Liv and I heard these people talking to us,
on a horse, and I didn't know who it was. But it turns out 7 years later, it's Muhammad and Ali one more time. I gotta tell you guys, they took care of us last time. We went to their house, we ate good, we had such an amazing experience, and it's crazy how the universe works. We're back together now. Good morning. Another beautiful day here in Luxor, Egypt. And last night we actually decided to eat at the hotel restaurant, and they have 3 restaurants on property. So we went to the Asian Oriental cuisine, which is Silk Road, and it was really good. It has like Indian, Chinese flair with lots of different spices and flavors. So I ended up getting something similar to like a butter chicken, and it was really good with the naan.
Yes, I had the spring rolls with the dip, which was really good as well. It was like a sweet chili sauce, and I also had a really good soup that had spices and lentils, and I really enjoyed it.
But if you can't tell right now, it's really dark because we're getting up early for the sunrise to go on a really cool experience in Luxor before we leave. Alright, so we actually were the first ones to get picked up. We drove around for like an hour, but we're finally here. The sun has already risen. We're on the second class one. This one was about $25 per person in order to go. We got a safety briefing that lasted probably 35 seconds. So the guy spoke English, but I don't know how much English I understood. So we just gonna wing it and we gonna have a good time, right? Liv's is way too early for Liv to even process anything.
It's
so
just very cold.
Let's go. So we're up here. It's a super cool experience, and I'm learning a lot. So in Luxor, a lot of the homes here were built on top of a lot of these ancient tombs. So the government actually is excavating and made all the people leave their place and is building new houses for them. So you see the new homes as well as the excavated homes that they're looking to find tombs and treasures. Alright, so it's about 8:30 and we are back at the resort, and we had an amazing time with the hot air balloons. But it was amazing just to see the Nile River. We saw Queen Hatshepsut's tomb, and it was really cool to see the contrasting greenery from the desert. It was such a cool experience. It felt like we were floating. It wasn't scary at all.
Yeah, really great experience, great time. Great to go during sunrise or even early in the morning. So our time in Luxor is actually done. We just took about a 3-hour drive from Luxor, and now we're in the next spot, which is in Aswan, and we're super excited to share this with you guys. Luxor has been amazing. Seeing the culture, the people, the buildings, man, everything has been amazing, but we could only spend so much time there. So thank you guys for checking out our channel. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.